Step in the dance looking like Shabba. Gold rings, gold chains, shining. Gold chaps, gold teeth when I'm rhyming.
Stepping at the dance, it's a madness. Even Shabba knew about my rankings. I'm a general, old school with it. Two-step to boom, I get Bojo with it. Dancing on my section, but we share a love from a distance.
It's your boy Sam Nooper here, and I'm back here with another slightly banger, but we'll just lean with it, rock with it. Anyway, it's if you're a Supernatural fan, you know that season 5 is technically ending. Season 15, if y'all know, the final battle with Chuck, aka God, versus his entire creation. So I thought to myself of the big bangers who are gonna be going up against Chuck. But I realized that that's all of the big baddies, of the big powerful ones who go up against him. For example, Billy Death would most likely stay in the shadows, manipulating everyone from the shadows, allowing them to do their thing. Yes, Billy with her upgraded Reaper powers is strong enough to take on and take down Chuck. Because she had Death's powers of the previous Death. He claimed to be strong enough and powerful enough to take on Chuck. If you've seen my previous Supernatural video, you will see how I personally scaled Death. He's powerful, but I wouldn't say powerful than Lucifer, than Michael, based on scaling. But with the way he said in the show, it's probably that I forgot to write him much differently. But the weird thing is that he was confident and just confident to say, oh, I will kill God. But then again tomorrow he was horrified, and it seems maybe a bit controversial because technically Chuck and Amara are equals. Technically, because if you've seen season 14, Amara obviously raped Chuck, tore him apart gradually, and then healed him, because if you destroyed Chuck, you destroyed the universe. So technically, this is gonna be a big ending. So I like the two ways Wayward went to a lot of people on his channel put it. If you kill Chuck, you kill the entire universe. But if you kill Chuck and Amara, the universe is balanced. So if you don't kill Chuck, that means Chuck technically will be redeemed, which for me is cringy, and I don't see any reason why Chuck should be. I mean, it's kind of cringy and just for the sake of, so I like the villain or the anti-hero to stay the way they are, and be redeemed kind of defeats the whole purpose of them being who they are. I mean, if you're a fan and you love Pain, the character Pain, and just how he was easily swayed by Naruto's talking, you'll be truly disappointed, because his ideology is beautiful and the way he did it and his actions is beautiful, but then you easily swayed because of weak convictions. I was just disappointed. So me personally, I don't want Chuck to be redeemed, but if it needs to be, well, it needs to be like it needs to make sense, because it's gonna be, well, weird, cringy, and it's all hell annoying. So surprisingly, with my final thoughts on season 15 of Supernatural, the one character, well, the couple characters that will not be in the final battle along with 17. Number one character, Lucifer, won't be there. In fact, his previous vessel named Nick is a little injured, and he's still stuck in the shadow dimension where the shadow is, or the cosmic entity of the shadow who rules the empty. Lucifer's still there, Death's still there, so Death wants like the final dub against Chuck. Same with Lucifer, so those two characters will not be there, and since they're the most strongest characters, they're one of the most strongest characters in the series. This leaves out Michael, who probably will fight Jack, who's getting his power upgraded, but after a ritual. Billy probably will just let everyone die. I mean, she is strong enough to to take down Chuck, but probably won't. And I like the theory placed out that she is like the final villain. I mean, pretty much no one technically in the series except me like I defended and I tried to like her being the new death, but she would replace it like when she was like just thought like I said with my Billy the Reaper at defense and attack video. Her personality as a Reaper was awesome, but then somehow switched when she became the new death, and I was like, yep, this ain't Billy. So that's a major L for Billy personality wise as he approached the new death. Jack, I think he can and will take down Chuck. Amara, if Amara takes down Chuck along with everyone else, which he's also a heavy hitter, well, she is gonna die easy there because all what Jack needs to do is just kill Amara, and then universe is balanced. So yeah. Also, I do not think, based on the trailer, which I will show you in the screenshot, Chuck's luck is not gonna make this easy. In other words, Chuck, Amara, and Jack, and if Michael, if he joins, will have to go all full power. Gabriel and Raphael, they're both dead, so count them out. But if you see in my previous video, if all those characters come back and are revived, it's even playing and as long as Chuck doesn't say fuck it and snaps everyone out of existence, with the exception of Amara, who's strong enough to resist Chuck's power. Technically, I mean, she did get stabbed by a spear from Lucifer that had Chuck's power. And so, not really. So, looking on the playing field, there not gonna be that many heavy hitters against Chuck. And since Chuck technically is a mastermind and will go all out, and it's gonna be very hard for 17, and a lot of low balling hitters will die. A lot of weak characters will die. I mean, if Cassio dies, it was kind of implied early on. So sorry, Cass, Dean and Cass over. Sam's someone gonna be the first one to die because Dean constantly keeps on sacrificing his life for Sam. So Sam is gonna do it on purpose. I mean, it's all brotherly sacrifice thing. Regardless of how I dislike them as people, but just like them as characters in the story and just how they. I mean, even though I don't like the characters as people, I like the characters as where they are in the story and pretty much their importance. Like for me, I don't like Batman as a person, but I like him as a character in a story, and I think that is really important with my journey with Supernatural. And for me, I think that's just dope. So my final thoughts on season 15 is just the end for Supernatural. I don't think so. I think, in fact, they said it multiple times. Jared and Jensen have also said that they wanted to go more 15 more years, and when I say 15 years, I look down and I'm gonna be like, let's see. By the time 15 years pass, I'll be dead by the next 10 years. So I'll just be enjoying the next 10 years of Supernatural. And I think with 2020, I think it's gonna be a whole crazy thing, and especially with how COVID changed the ending for Supernatural, it's gonna be fire, absolutely fire. And also how Chuck predicted coronavirus. Technically, I mean, anyone who disagrees, you can go kiss a Wookiee. Anyway, I'm gonna show you. So, peace of mind.
I just watched a whole planet burn alive. God, he'll be back soon. It could be today, could be tomorrow, but when he comes, there won't be a moment to waste.
What else is new?
I'm supposed to kill God, but I need to complete a final ritual.
That's why we're here.
I control space and time. They think they can kill me?
My entire life, you've kept me safe. It's you and me. Our last chance, our one shot.
You're shouldering a great burden.
We don't have a choice.
The whole mission is saving the world.
This is where it ends.
it's time.
Be sure to speak your piece. Screw you. It's the end of the end. When it's time to meet your maker, be sure to speak your piece. Screw you. It's the end of the end.
Rolling. This one's for you, Serge. 28, Au revoir, famille. Take 4.
LBs ain't going na na na, going na na na, going na na, going na na, remix, going na na na, oh na na na. Likee